Good evening, Bright Hearts. How are you guys feeling?
Great.
First of all, very sorry for the delay. But before we start, I need a quick energy check. Bright Hearts, if you are feeling good, clap once. If you are feeling great, clap twice. If you are ready for Christmas, clap thrice and say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Woo! I am Priyansh Tripathi, and I'll be the essay for meeting number 61. Now I will tell you about Toastmaster. Toastmaster International is a non-profit organization which helps you build public speaking and leadership skills in a constructive environment. Members practice speeches, practice impromptu speaking, and receive feedback in a supportive environment. Founded in 1924 with over 270,000 members spread across 148 countries. In our usual meetings, we follow few of the ground rules. Please switch off your mobile phone or put them in silent mode. I'll give you 20 seconds to do that. Is it done? Please do not cross-talk while the speaker speaking is on stage. Please move in the hall or enter or exit the hall only during the applause. Please be mindful when talking about sex, religion, and politics on stage. Guys, there is a marking on the stage. If you wish to have a good video recording of your speaking, just stand on that marks. I have marked here, white marks are here, and here. This one is the center. Now it's time to introduce presiding officer of the day. She's a very calm and ever smiling person. She has won international speech contest, table topic contest, and was the first runner-up in District 92. She has served as all 7 club officer role and was the area director of District 112 New Zealand in the year 2022-2023. She has also played lawn tennis in Asian Games. Please help me welcome presiding officer of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Arundhati Basu.
Thank you very much, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Priyansh. Good evening, Bright Hearts, Toastmasters, and guests.
Good evening.
It feels amazing to be back. Seems like I went for a December vacation and I'm finally back. Today we are talking about Jingle All The Way. Now let me tell you, December is my favorite month in the calendar. I just love the feel of December. How many of you seen a Christmas tree? At least one. Oh my God. Whoever hasn't raised the hand, you can see the tree here. In case you still haven't. But what makes a Christmas tree beautiful is all the decoration that goes on it. There's so much variety. There's so many items. And that has always taught me that color is what makes life also look beautiful. Just like here at Bright Hearts Toastmasters. Bright Hearts Toastmasters is a club where no two members are the same. We have a variety of individuals who come in and make this club what it has come to become today. For the benefit of our guests in the room, Bright Hearts Toastmasters is one club within Toastmasters International that is spread across the globe, and Bright Hearts Toastmasters is part of the Karnataka and Kerala district of Toastmasters. We started this club a little over a year ago in September 2024. And last year, we were bestowed with the highest recognition that an individual club can receive from Toastmasters International, that of President's Distinguished Club. This year, we are all set and ready to go even above and beyond and capture the Smedley Distinguished Award, which has been newly initiated by Toastmasters International. But laurels for the club is one thing, Bright Hearts has grown into a community where, just like the colorful Christmas tree, we've got colorful members who come here without any fear, without any hesitation, tell stories from their heart and receive applauses from all fellow Toastmasters. And that is the true essence of the community that we tried building, a safe space where everybody is welcomed. Today, we will do our meeting in a slightly different manner. We have two such new Christmas ornaments in the form of two new members who've joined the Bright Hearts family. So we will first start by inducting these new members in the Bright Hearts community and then proceed with the rest of our meeting. In order to conduct today's induction ceremony, I would like to call upon this Gen Z of our club, but she has all us millennials as her friends. She's one of the most proactive, enthusiastic, and absolutely straightforward Toastmaster. A delight to have in the XCOM team. Please give it up for your induction officer and Vice President membership of Bright Hearts Toastmasters, Toastmaster Arna Gupta.
Good evening, Bright Hearts and guests, and a very Merry Christmas to all of you. Today, we'll be inducting two new members. So without further ado, I would like to get started. As I mentioned, fellow Toastmasters, it is our privilege and duty to induct two new members into Bright Hearts Toastmasters Club. This is an important occasion, both for these new members and for our club. These individuals have come to Toastmasters seeking to improve their communication and leadership skills. And now we have an opportunity to help them learn, grow, and achieve these goals. I will now call upon our new members. Please withhold your applause until the ceremony is completed. One of our new members will be joining us online. Firstly, a senior software engineer shaped by classrooms for Assam to Vizag. From shipping tech at Make My Trip to teaching Alexa how to listen. He has stayed in constant motion, now engineering Azure at Microsoft. When he's not coding, he's smashing shuttlecocks, swimming laps, or hunting for new restaurants. Please welcome Toastmaster Abhinash Rai. Our second prospect is also a software engineer, with us being in Bangalore. He enjoys storytelling in every form and hence has joined Toastmasters to develop this skill on stage and meet a group of people to support him in his goal. Doing his education in Pune, he's moved to Bangalore for the vibrant community and is hoping to learn more. Please welcome Toastmaster Ninath, who will be joining us online. Members, you are joining a worldwide organization that has helped millions of people learn to communicate more effectively. As a member of Bright Hearts Toastmasters, you will benefit from a proven program of self-development. You will become a part of an outstanding group of people dedicated to helping one another in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Mr. Vice President, Education, have these new members been given an opportunity to discuss their needs and goals with the club? Have they been told on how the Toastmasters program works and informed of the many benefits they will receive as well as the obligations of membership? Who have been assigned as mentors for these new members?
Distinguished Toastmaster Master Akshay.
Members, could you please... As experienced Toastmasters, you have been asked to help these new members get off to a good start. Do you accept this responsibility and pledge to share your knowledge and experience with these new members so that they can immediately begin to benefit from their Toastmasters membership? Thank you. You may please take your seats. Membership in this club and in Toastmasters International is a privilege that carries with it many rewards. Yes, yet it always also places certain obligations upon you. We are a group of people brought together by our need to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members in a spirit of enjoyment. This means you must work diligently towards your own self-development, evaluate others' speeches in a spirit of support, in a spirit of support and sharing, and assist in the club reaching its goal and remain positive. We ask you, our new members, to dedicate yourselves to personal goals, to share this great gift with your fellow Toastmasters, and to help keep this Toastmasters Club strong and dynamic. Please affirm your membership by repeating the following words. I. In the presence of my fellow members.
In the presence of my fellow members.
Of the Bright Hearts Toastmasters Club.
Of the Bright Heart Toastmasters
Make
Club.
This firm obligation.
Make this
To
firm
attend
obligation.
Meetings regularly.
To attend meetings regularly.
And to prepare fully.
And to prepare
each
fully. For each assignment.
To apply myself.
To apply myself.
To the projects outlined.
To the projects outlined.
In the Toastmasters.
In the Toastmasters.
Educational program.
Educational program.
To participate actively.
To participate actively.
In club activities.
In club activities.
To evaluate others.
To evaluate others.
In a positive, constructive manner.
In a positive, constructive manner.
To build open.
To build open. To build open.
Friendly relations.
Friendly relation.
With my fellow members.
With my fellow members.
And to bring others.
And to bring others.
New members. Into the club.
New members. Into the club.
So that they can also. Gain the benefits. Of Toastmasters.
Of the Toastmasters.
Would all our members stand up and repeat their pledge to our new members? We the members of Bright Hearts Toastmasters.
The Bright Heart Toastmasters.
Pledge to support you.
Pledge to support
in your
you.
quest.
In your
For
quest.
self-development.
For self-development.
To provide you.
Provide
with
you.
Positive, helpful.
Positive,
Evaluations.
helpful evaluation.
To maintain a friendly.
To maintain
Supportive
friendly.
environment.
Supportive
To
environment.
give you opportunities.
Opportunities.
To help others.
To help
And
others.
to make your
And to make your.
Toastmasters membership.
To make a
A
membership.
rewarding and fulfilling experience.
A rewarding and fulfilling experience.
Welcome to the family. Please take your seats. With that, I will hand the stage back to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Arundhati.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Arna, for completing the induction. Once again, welcome to the Bright Hearts family, Toastmaster Abhinash and Toastmaster Ninat. We look forward to your journey with us and see you grow with flying colors. Now that we have two new members who have joined the Bright Hearts family, it's right that we hear from a few guests that have come in to participate with us in today's meeting. So for all our guests in the room, I call you on stage, request you to tell us your name, how did you get to know about Bright Hearts Toastmasters, and a little bit about you. Shall we start with you, Pranali? You can tell us your name and how you got to know about Toastmasters.
Yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone. Is I am audible? Yeah. So, my name is Pranali, and I'm from Karnataka only. And now I'm working as an associate software in a startup company. And how I get to know this means like I'm searching the Toastmaster too long, and I was searching like nearby my location. So from Kudlugate to here, it is like this one is near. So I searched in Google and I came today to visit and look. That's and my what is the goal to come here means I want to build the like public communication skill that like I'm in weak in that. So the communication and presenting the things I like how I want to. So that those things I want to improve. That's why I'm like here to join. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pranali, for joining us at Bright Hearts today. Here you will not only get the best support to improve your public speaking skill, but you'll also find a lot of friends who are actually working in different startups and I think can help you with your career journey as well. So thank you for joining us today. Shall we have you, Mohammed Ismail? That's not for me.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Mohammed Ismail. I've been living in Bangalore for 5+ years. I'm working as a product manager at Zscaler. It's a cloud security company. Overall, 11 years experience. I've been into public speaking courses for more than a year. I was part of Dirish Mohan's public speaking club, where I came to know I need to improve my public speaking by speaking continuously. So I was looking a platform. So then I found one of my contact, Usha. She introduced this particular Toastmaster club, which is close to my house. So today, first day, I nice to see everyone in this year end, especially holiday season. So looking forward to learn from you all, primarily public speaking as well as leadership skills. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mohammed Ismail, and thank you, Usha, for introducing him to Bright Hearts. Zscaler does not allow us to access certain websites at work, but that's not what we're going to discuss. Thank you for choosing to be part of Bright Hearts, Ismail, and we look forward for you to have a nice time. Cognizant of time, we do one more guest, so could we have you? Welcome.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters and dear guests. So it's my third week today. So my name is Shamil. I am coming from Kerala, working as a lead software engineer in a startup based on HSR. It's an AI company. So there is a popular saying that you are the average of people that are around you. So I am very fortunate to find this team that who are trying to improve their communication skills, and I was also looking for such a people for a very long time, but I was very hesitant to go forward and find one. And recently I find one through my friends and network, and then that's how I learned about Toastmasters. And after that, I attended various Toastmasters clubs around us. I have attended Cormangla, HSS Toastmasters, and Bright Hearts finally. And glad to say that okay, I enjoyed the time with you guys, Bright Hearts. So looking forward to come to the meeting more and to learn from you guys and with you guys.
Your name is
Shamil.
Shamil. Thank you very much, Shamil, for joining us today. We're glad that you searched everything and then you chose to come to Bright Hearts. There is no doubt that your average will be soaring high now, considering the community that you chose to be part of. Thank you. So let's talk about Jingle All The Way. I did mention that I love December. And the reason I love December is not because of Christmas trees or because of gifts, which are all, by the way, a lot of fun. But it is because I went to a school which had a church that is constructed in 1789. Now, for all of you trying to do your maths, don't bother. It's 237 years old as on this year. So it was not ghosted. That is something I can tell you. So whenever we were in school, we were not allowed to go to the church on any day we wished to. But December was an exception where we could visit the church every single day. And every time I went to the church during December, just to see the decorations, the vibe, the carols that were being sung, and just the peace and joy that was there in the environment, made me fall in absolute love with December. I always look forward to the month of December because I feel like there's joy in the air during this month. So I'm very excited about what today's meeting, Jingle All The Way, will unfold and how it will bring about joy to our club. On that note, I hereby declare today's meeting open. To take this meeting forward, we have one individual who is so excited about Christmas that she has donned on the colors of the Christmas tree. In case you were thinking that's coincidental, not at all. She did specific shopping just to make that happen. But she is that one member of our Toastmasters Club who actually told me that she once in life wanted to host some event. Some event she wants to host once. So in that case, she will host today's Toastmaster of the day. And just like in a Christmas theme, we have Santa Claus. In today's meeting, we have a television. So let Santa Claus and television both settle. Oh my God, yes. This is Santa's gift for Bright Hearts Toastmasters. We finally have a TV. That is because Jurmin said, if there is no TV, I will not step on stage. Okay. Wow. That does. We need to put some decoration on the TV during the break, isn't it? Yeah, I think that should be fine. We can check the connection. Right. Ilango, are you saying hi to the TV? All right. So Ilango is like, I am happy because I think there'll be amazing pictures of me. So without any further ado, to our new and not so new member now, somebody who's becoming an absolute pro at hosting events. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jurmin Ahmed. Almost.
Good evening, Toastmaster, and a very warm welcome to all our guests today. Before I begin, just a quick question. Raise your hand in case, as a child, you have stayed awake Christmas night, trying to catch the Santa flying in his magical sleigh to deliver gift. Okay, okay, that's very optimistic still. Okay, so as a child, for me, Christmas for me was simple but magical. I remember waking up late at night and then thinking what Santa will deliver to me, and then early morning running down the stairs to see did Santa after all remembered me. And after all, I have behaved like a good child, even if just before the Christmas. So even if he has not remembered me, fine. At least he should not remember the neighbor child, right? Okay. Reflecting back, now I think it was not about the gift, how big or small it was. It was about how it makes us feel special. So the feeling of joy, warmth, and togetherness is exactly what inspires today's theme. And to make you feel special, our center has delivered some special gift for all of you, which you can collect at the end of the meeting. And now coming to our theme, Christmas, memories and magic. It's all about the joy we felt as a child and we carried the values we carried as adults and the hopes we shared as a community. So like Santa have a checklist, our Toastmaster has a agenda too. First, we have the prepared speech where the speakers has prepared gifts for you, no return policy, only lots of learning. Second, we have the table topic, the impromptu speaking, where when you like attending a relative marriage asking, so when are you getting married? So your impromptu answer to that. And finally, the evaluation, because what happens when feedback is wrapped nicely like a Christmas gift. So is the TV working? Okay. So then I will let the general evaluator introduce the AHA counter so that we have the fun segment after that once the TV is set up. Okay.
Can you hear me? Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun our bright hearts are every Sunday. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun our bright hearts are every Sunday. Hey. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Akshay Oman, and I will be serving as general evaluator for today's meeting. My goal and role for today's meeting is to sit back, relax, watch all of the speakers, evaluators, and table topics speakers come on stage. Later on in the meeting, I will be back to present my evaluation of the entire meeting, both in terms of what went well and where are the places we can be a little better. I won't be doing this alone. Today, I will be assisted by my tag team and a special role taker as well. So let me begin by introducing the timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Super Mar.
Good evening, everyone, and Merry Christmas to all.
Good evening.
Today, I am a Christmas timer, and I remember when last year I joined as a first-time member in Toastmasters meeting, and that was also a Christmas meeting. And I asked Arundhati, as she was VP Education that time, can I get timer role? She said, we have only a counter role open for that day. I said, okay, I will take a counter. And exact same next year meeting, that is today, a Christmas themed meeting. And finally, I got the timer role. And because of this, my faith on Santa increased by overall 10%. So this is all. And today, I am a Christmas timer for you all. And when I show green card, think of it as your Christmas and New Year vacations are going smoothly. When I show yellow card, you have to check your destination and return tickets. It doesn't have to be on waitlisted. When I show red card, it means you have to wrap up and it's time to go home so that you don't have to take the next day as a sick leave from your office. So for the prepared speech, we have timings from 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will show green card. At 5.5 minutes, I will show yellow card. And at 5.5 and then 6 minutes, I will show red card. 5, 6, 7. At 6 minutes, I will show yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will show red card. 30 seconds of the grace period will be given to each speaker. For the table topic section, 2 minutes, 1 minute at green card, 1.5 minutes at yellow card, and 2 minutes at red card. Same as 30 minutes with grace period of time would be given. And for the evaluators, 2 minutes for green card, 2.5 minutes for yellow card, and 3 minutes for the red card. All the best to all speakers, and let's be bright, merry, and going smoothly for this meeting. Back to the General Editor.
Thank you, Twinshu. Just in case I heard that wrong, I'll reiterate the evaluator timings. The speech evaluators, it is 2 minutes green card, 2.5 minutes yellow card, and 3 minutes red card. And there's a 30-second grace period for all of the role takers. All right. Now let's go next to our next tag role taker, the R counter for today. Give it up for Toastmaster Sangam Ramola.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So today this is the first time for me and I will be your counter for the day. During this meeting, I'll be carefully noting the crutch words and filler words, the little helpers that sneaks into our speeches. The crutch word is a word or a sound we use when our brain is busy in thinking and our mouth doesn't want to stay quiet. Instead of pausing, we lean on these words like a crutch. As the meeting jingles on, I'll be listening to the words like and, well, but, so, you know, and sounds which sounds like and are. I'll also catch up repeated words and phrases such as I, or this means, before they sneak away like the naughty elves. Think of me as your friendly Christmas elf, gently polishing your speeches and brushing off the extra arms. At the end of the meeting, I'll unwrap the results and report how many of these crutch words have appeared. Thank you. Over to you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sangam. With that, let's call on stage the grammarian for today's meeting, Toastmaster Avinash.
Abi.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. First of all, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas.
With our theme, Jingle All The Way, today's meeting is all about clarity, rhythm, and harmony, just like the sound of the bells. As the grammarian, my role is to ensure that our words jingle clearly, our sentences flow smoothly, and our language truly chime with the message each speaker wants to deliver. I'll be listening carefully to all the speakers, taking notes of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, sayings, or thoughts. Another important responsibility of the grammarian is to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is chime. Chime has two meanings. First, it refers to the pigeons ringing sounds, especially of bells. Second, to be in agreement or to harmonize with something. Here are a couple of examples. The jingle of the bells chimed perfectly with our festive theme. Second example is her message on kindness really chimed with the spirit of Secret Santa. I encourage all the speakers to use the word during the meeting. When you hear someone use the word chime, please show your appreciation by giving a thumbs up. At the end of the meeting, when called upon by the general evaluator, I'll present the grammarian's report, including feedback on the language or usage of the word of the day. Thank you, everyone. Back to general evaluator.
Okay. You can keep it on the table. Thank you so much, Avinash. Looking forward to everyone using the word of the day today. In a Toastmasters context, I'll give it a go. Last week at Vapor, all of the bright hearts chimed in with many songs over the course of the evening. Looking forward to each of you using the word. If not, Abhinash will chime in with his cheers. All right. So now let's go to the special role taker for the day. Give it up for our Associate Vice President of Education, Toastmaster Madhur.
Ho, 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 ho. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. Before you think, who is this person? Let me tell you, I am the brother of Santa Claus. You may call me Benta Claus. Now, my brother stays in North Pole. He'll look after all the heavy logistics internationally. He has a long beard, but we belong to same family. We do have same DNA, but we have different grooming styles. Now, he think of all the heavy duties. I take care of thinking part. That's why I am here today, your riddle master. Throughout the meeting, I will be paying attention to the speeches, laughters, and small details. And I will test your knowledge with riddles. So be prepared to answer the riddles based on meeting proceedings and a very beautiful festival we call Christmas. So I invite you to be a listener and a listener like detective and a thinker like elf and answer like champion. Until then, ho, ho, ho. Stay sharp.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Santa Claus. And with that, I will get off the stage with one riddle for all of you. What is dark green and rhymes with Burmeen? That's right. Our Toastmaster of the day, Jurmeen, if you can come back on the stage.
So before we proceed, let's have a fun quiz game to spill some secret about our bright hearts. Okay, here I'll be displaying 3 sentences, 2 correct and 1 lie. And you have to guess which one is the lie. To maintain the decorum, please raise your hand. I'll select the person who will answer, okay? So first one. Okay, Gopi? Spot on. Chocolate for Gopi. Okay. Okay. The second one, let me read it out at least, for money, for our bright heart. I am a bookworm completing book weeks after week. And the second statement is I have played district level what is that? Carom and chess, sorry. And I enjoy swimming, walking, and listening to music. Madhur? I also don't know the answer. What do you say? Yes, Devsa is correct. First one. Okay, one more for our general evaluator. Okay. I never read a single self-help book in my life, and my favorite singer is John Mayer, and my best friend name is Nikki. She's very beautiful, right? Arundhati?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Arundhati. So we'll move to the heart of the meeting, the prepared speeches. Okay, for that, I would like to call Varun, the evaluator, who will introduce his target speaker.
Good evening, bright hearts. Merry Christmas to everyone. Today I am evaluating Saumil's speech, who is attempting level 1 project 3 in engaging humor. The purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. All the best, Saumil. Looking forward to your speech.
Thank you, Varun. So one more round of quiz. Quickly, I have to cover a lot actually. So this is for our funny bone, Sayush. I walked into a room and forgot why I went there. Very Sayush. So I have gone an entire week without opening a food delivery app when in Bangalore, and I always carry a spare toothbrush when I'm traveling. You had your chance, Arna? No? One more guest? Oh. No? Okay, Arundhati again. Which one? I can't. Yeah, third one. Did by any chance Arundhati got the slides? Okay, then the chocolate to Arundhati. Okay, and for our speaker, let's have guess the secret of our speaker. Okay, no, before that, okay, Priyans. Once I jumped into a strong stream of water without knowing how to swim. I have slept almost 15 hours straight. I know how to drive a car. This side I will give a chance. Neville? Okay, the answer is, because I have to see. Okay, you said third, right? Neville? Okay. So one secret about the speaker. Let's guess, before I call on the stage our speaker, for Saumil, I am a trained singer. I trekked with my friends at midnight just to see the Milky Way galaxy, and I have acted and directed a short film in college. Wow, very interesting. Akshay? Who said first? Okay, Sayush. So now I would like to call on stage speaker Saumil. All the best.
After the session.
Three important driving lessons. Lesson 1. Always drive as if the road belongs to your father. Lesson 2. If a car is coming from the opposite direction, do not make way for them. Let them make way for you. And the third one, the most important. Always keep a bat for safety purposes. Good evening, dear Toastmasters and my dear guests. These were some of the invaluable lessons that were given by my driving instructor, Sunny Bhaiya. It was 2019 and I enrolled myself into a driving school. Little did I know, along with driving lessons, I will be preparing for street fights. Sunny Bhaiya was a man of opinion. He had opinions on everything. If someone is driving, he will comment. If someone is cycling, he will comment. If someone is just standing on the road and doing nothing, he will comment. Along with that, he also was short-tempered. Every time I did a mistake or someone in the public is doing some mistakes, he will just shout and use his wonderful vocabulary. With Sunny Bhaiya, I was like, I just wanted to finish the lessons and, complete the lessons and get my driving license so that finally I can drive my dad's car. So somehow I dragged through all the lessons and finally the day came where I had the final lesson. On the final day, he decided to take me to Sadar Bazaar. Sadar Bazaar is one of the most busiest places in Gurgaon. For the initial bit, everything was going fine. I was driving, It was like I was driving calmly, everything was going smoothly, I was humming. And then we stopped at a red light. Like everyone, I waited. The light turned green. I put the first gear, slowly lifted my left foot from the clutch, and the car stalled. It's okay. It happens with everyone. I again did that. The car stalled. I again did that. The car stalled. I again did that. The car stalled. And then I looked at Sunny Bhaiya, and he was looking at me with disappointment. And meanwhile, people behind me were just honking. Now just imagine, it's a Monday morning, 9 a.m. Everything is chaotic. People are getting late to reach office. Most of them don't even want to go to office. And then there is this guy standing right in the middle of the road, blocking everyone. Somehow I managed to take the car. By that time, red light, the green light turned red, and the entire traffic stopped. Suddenly, out of nowhere, auto rickshaw guy came. Probably had a terrible morning, and he leaned out of the auto rickshaw and looked at me, gave some wonderful feedbacks on my driving skills. Okay, and Sunny Bhaiya, being my mentor, took that thing personally, and he decided to chase him and personally give the reviews that, okay, your feedback has been taken well. So now he asked me to chase the guy. Now I'm driving on a single road and he's making me horn like anything. I'm honking, and that auto guy stops. Now, and he made me stop right in the middle of the road, and entire traffic is halted behind me. He gets out of the car. These two guys have some, exchange some nice words. And suddenly, Sunny Bhaiya slaps the auto guy. I'm looking at Bhaiya. Everything went silent. He calmly sits in the car and looks at me and says, drive. I'm driving and I'm like, Bhaiya, what was that? He's like, don't worry, we have to treat them like this only. And you don't just stop, okay? And one more thing, keep driving. If you stop, right, this guy will chase us, take us to the union, and everyone will beat both of us. Both of us. And Bhaiya, what if they catch us? Don't worry. He take out his bat and says, safety purposes. I told you on the first day, right? Oh my God. I got so panicked. I looked at the rear view. I could literally see the auto guy chasing us. My heart started pounding. I'm getting all sweaty, right? And I just put my foot on accelerator, drove like anything. I broke a red light, I broke 2 or 3 rules, and I almost hit a guy. Somehow I managed to reach back home safely. I was so angry with Sunny Bhaiya that, like, what kind of mentor he is, right? Who teaches that? I looked at him, and this guy is looking at me calmly and asking me, do you want to continue the lessons? You have to pay me this amount. I'm like, no, man. I went out of the car and I decided from this day, I will not recommend Sunny Bhaiya, nor I will see his face ever. After that incident, something really amazing happened. My confidence just skyrocketed. I went for my driving lesson, and in the first go, I got my license. I started driving really well in a crowd. My dad was very confident while giving me the car. And when I think, the credit goes to Sunny Bhaiya. Not because Sunny Bhaiya was an amazing mentor, or he taught me few things. It was because Sunny Bhaiya was a terrible mentor. He taught me all the things that I shouldn't be doing on a road. I learned those things, and I think that made me a better driver. This also happens in life, right? Sometimes we end up with such kind of mentor who is terrible at their job. So what should you do? The best way is to just learn from them, incorporate what you shouldn't do, and keep driving away. Thank you.
Thank you, Samuel, for re-emphasizing the importance of mentorship and why we should take it seriously, especially in Toastmasters. Okay. And moving ahead with our quiz segment. Okay, so next is for, sorry. Okay, for our Toastmaster Wasim. So first one is every year, and I do a solo travel and stay into Jostel or something. I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing. I met a person in Jostel, and later I met him abroad, and I have done kayaking. Elango? Yeah, Elango got it correct. 3 it is. Oh, no. It's no, first. So who's, no. You said 1 or 3? No. Who said 1? 1 is true. Okay. Highest collection. No, 1 is small. Arundhati. No, he did not. For one time, he stayed in one hostel. That's what Wasim told. Okay. The first one is the lie. Okay. We have additional chocolate. Don't worry, guys. And before I call on the second evaluator, let's guess her. Usha. For Usha, can you say, I have proposed by a guy 7 years younger than me. Wow. I cannot drive a two-wheeler. I have been to Eiffel Tower. 3. Yeah, that's correct. Neha. So may I have Usha on the stage to introduce her target speaker?
Good evening, Toastmasters. Today, I'm going to wish my target speaker all the very best to deliver his Level 2 Project 3 speech. And the purpose of this speech is for the member, to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. And also the purpose of the speech is for the member to share some of a previous experience as a prostage. With that, I wish my target speaker all the very best.
So before I call on stage the target speaker, Aditya, let's guess his secret. I love spooky movies. I believe in superstition. I'm scared of haunted places. Somil? No? Who said? Okay, Priyank first. The first one is a lie. He loves spooky movies. He don't. So may I call on stage Aditya? Aditya, noise and signal, Aditya.
Good evening, fellow bright hearts and dear guests. A quick show of hands if you have ever felt nervous before a one-on-one feedback session with your manager at work. I have. There was a time, not long back, when I used to receive frequent warnings from my manager. Before every one-on-one call, I used to freak out. There were noises in my head, noises that said, it's time for you to move on. Start looking for a new job on Naukri or LinkedIn. Maybe explore spirituality or do something else. The noises became much more stronger day by day. Deadlines slipped, priorities got missed, and somehow I was always distracted at work. One day, My manager scheduled a 90 minutes discussion on my calendar. I started to tremble. I was like, what is this? Maybe it's going to be the ultimate discussion at office. To my surprise, when I joined the call, he asked me something very different. Aditya, what's up with you? The question was not about deadlines, goals, or priorities. It was about me. I sensed that a signal was coming in from my manager to know more about me. So I told my manager, Nishchay, how I approach my work on a daily basis, how I do scheduling, stakeholder management, manage my meetings, etc., etc. And he suggested some best practices, some of his experiences, some ways of managing things. And that's how we closed the discussion. Now, the following week, I was supposed to collaborate on a project with him. And this was a very important project which would run throughout the year. So I presented a draft to him and he reviewed it. So when I was narrating my approach, at any point of time, he did not pause. In fact, he did not say I was incorrect or wrong. What he did is, he stopped me at key moments of my approach and asked me questions like, okay, how did you do this? What were your assumptions? Could you think a better way to do this? And then finally, he showed his approach of how he started with the problem statement, broke down into baby steps, and then what could be a better approach according to him. So, expectations were there. Pressure was still high, but somehow now there was patience, a patience to listen. I took this positively. And in my next review with him about a quarterly business result for the leadership, he reviewed the entire document at one go and then said two good words. Great job. This felt like a standing ovation after months of warnings. So at work, my manager Nishchay became a mentor for me. And he taught me that I need to ask open questions and I need to seek clarity at work before jumping onto any project. Now, moving on to another part of my life, which is Toastmasters. I started giving my level 1 speeches at my previous club, which is DJ's Toastmasters. And initially, I used to fumble with the starting, with the structure of my speech. I used to somehow manage the timings. But then I was very unhappy with the delivery. So I approached the senior Toastmasters at club, Toastmaster Karthik, and asked him for a feedback. Toastmaster Karthik reviewed all my previous speeches, suggested me some valuable tips. In fact, he shared some of his past experiences as a speaker within Toastmasters and outside of Toastmasters so that I could get confidence. Later on, when it was time for me to deliver my upcoming project, he sat with me and read my entire script. What are the places I could improve on? How I could introduce some metaphors, analogies, and how could I make it much more powerful so that audience has a good takeaway? Toastmaster Karthik was there in the following speech and he wished me all the best in person and made sure that I kept some of the tips in my head when I went onto the stage. Luckily, I was able to deliver a very good speech on that day, thanks to Toastmaster Karthik. So, two mentors. One, my manager Nishchay, and second, Toastmaster Karthik. Both mentored me in very different ways. Both taught me the value of mentoring others. Both wanted me to become a better version of myself. But what they did largely is separate the noise from the signal for me. And so have the others in my Bright Hearts journey, like Toastmaster Akshay, Toastmaster Arundhati, Toastmaster Mani, Toastmaster Deepsha, and so on and so forth. All of them have immensely contributed to what I am today in my Toastmasters journey. And when I am going to step out in terms of my mentoring as part of my Leadership Leap 3.0 program of District 121, which requires me to be a mentor, I'm going to take some of this learnings from each one of them and I'm going to apply in my life. So, dear Toastmasters, today when you go back, think about it. Have you ever had an opportunity to help someone separate the noise from the signal? And if you haven't, what if someone very close to you or somebody who knows you walks into that door tomorrow and asks you that question and seeks guidance from you? Can you be that person that will help separate the noise from the signal? Because that is what I believe is the true power of mentorship. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya, for a fantastic speech. It's bring back my memory when I get one-on-one from my manager and the sleepless night till I had the discussion. But all meetings are not as expected, and it comes out as a mentoring like Toastmasters. So let's have the fun game again. Okay? Come on, is it fun or not? No chairs. Okay. So then, okay. So next is for our Toastmaster Pooja. I'm a Supreme Court advocate. I'm a shopaholic, and I'm an actor. Usha? Which one? Yeah. Yes, she is a Supreme Court, and she is not an actor. Only in yeah, she is a Supreme Court advocate and she is not an actor unless she is in Toastmaster. So the next one is for, so before I call on the next evaluator, Ilango, let's guess his secret. I like long bike travel. I do meditation every day. I know Malayali. Devsha? Second? Money? Third? Yeah, money is correct. Yeah. So may I call on stage? Third one, money. Got it right. So Toastmaster Ilango, please introduce your target speaker for the day. I hope we could make you happy with the bike stud.
Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Jingle bell, ting, 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 ting. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas is one of the happiest day in my childhood days because I used to go to church, not for pray, to get the gifts. Okay, to get. Then in my neighbors will share the chicken biryani. Even I will not taste, but my family enjoyed with that. I would like to share one small incident. While coming to this meeting, one guy is, I'm riding the bike 10 minutes slow because front in white Innova car, one guy is riding very slowly. I decided to know what went wrong with him. I seen the driver, he is like racing car. Okay. I asked him, what happened? Why you not going fast? He's saying, road is not clear. Then I replied, what? No one is there, friend. Road is clear, even new road. What happened? He replied, yeah, is it? Then he said, sorry, I forgot my specs. Okay, with that, someone is motivated him like he's a racer. That's why, maybe. My speaker today is going to deliver Project 4, Level 2. Yeah, the speech title is Motivate Others. All the best to my speaker. With that, I hand over to Toastmaster.
So before I call on the next speaker, so let's have a secret about him. Neville. So I have carried my state's hope across table tennis cable. I have driven with nothing but snow fade in my brakes. And when in doubt, I turn to Mayura, Chanakya, and Lincoln for guidance. So, okay. You say? No? Somil? First, yeah, Priyansh. So, Priyansh. So, may I call on stage Neville? Toastmaster Neville, classes, Toastmaster Neville.
Just consider three scenarios. One, where you are an independent contributor in the corporate world. You keep getting tasks one after the other, and it starts overflowing. That's how, as an independent contributor, you start feeling overwhelmed. But what if you had a few colleagues, scenario two, who are there to distribute your tasks and your workload? And let's consider scenario three, where you have a leader who takes care of all the tasks assigned to you and understands your bandwidth, and then distributes the task to you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. How many of you have experienced any one of these scenarios in your corporate journey? Most of us. Today, let me talk about my personal journey, the first scenario. Way back in 2020, when I joined my first company, a startup, I thought I can do everything. I can do hiring. I can build a team. I will build the technology all on my own. I was so egoistic and overconfident that I thought I can handle all the tasks that came my way. But soon the cup started overflowing, and I started to feel the tension, and I started drowning in that misery. That's when I decided, no, this company is not for me. I went to my next company where I had multiple colleagues to work with. When I felt overwhelmed and with multiple tasks, I would get some of my tasks to my other colleagues. And in a harmony, we used to work together and help each other. But what happened when all the tasks, each one of us were filled with water? Again, we all started feeling overwhelmed. And that's where I decided, no, this is not for me either. And I decided, let me try Toastmasters and see how I can build my public speaking skills as well as leadership skills to understand the corporate world better. That's when I joined Bright Hearts Toastmasters earlier last year. When I joined Bright Hearts Toastmasters, I was very new to leadership. I wasn't aware how to become a leader. I was either an independent contributor in the corporate world or giving independent speeches as well. But something changed when I joined Bright Hearts. I joined the executive committee. Executive committee runs the meeting and the club behind the scenes. There's so much more what you don't see. And my first task as an executive committee wasn't being an associate. I started doing tasks independently, which were assigned to me, but then soon I started working with the team. be it the PR activity or be taking up writing the minutes of the meeting, being creative around that. And that's when I realized the shared feeling and this enthusiasm of sharing and distributing tasks. Thought I want to go up to the next level and try and understand my leadership style and how to motivate others. So that year in 2024, 5, we were launching our first newsletter, The Bright Beginning. Bright Beginning, Akshay and I were discussing, Akshay was the president that time, and we were discussing how do we share the journey of Bright Hearts from its inception, the idea of the founders, Akshay and Arundhati, to what it has become today. And that's when I thought, let me take the step up and become the chief editor and contribute towards the growth of creating that beautiful piece of newsletter. How many of you have read the Bright Beginnings newsletter? Most of us. So if you know, have seen it, you know, so many ingredients have gone into it, be it posters, articles from distinguished Toastmasters from the community, even members. So how did we go about doing it? First, I decided I want to be this leader who distributes the task between my team members. I wanted to understand what are all the tasks that are required to achieve a big grand newsletter. So we started from there where we decided, okay, we want articles from distinguished Toastmasters from the community. We want posters which represent the journey our club has gone through. And we also want member stories to show how they have grown as Toastmasters. Next step was to assemble a team. I built a team with Usha, Sneha, Arna, and we used to catch up every day. And during those meetings, we used to decide on which all tasks which we can take up. And during those catch-ups, we used to discuss and understand each other's bandwidth and motivate each other to take new tasks. So that's when I learned how to distribute tasks, how to motivate others to take new tasks and push their boundaries. Over time at Bright Hearts Toastmasters, I picked up new roles and responsibilities, taking up the VP education role. Here I learned how to organize the pathways as well as how to help members in their personal journey of pathways. Becoming a mentor, I remember just this afternoon I was talking to Ilango and I told him that he has to evaluate a level 4 project 2 speech. And he was so surprised to hear that. But again, at that moment, I encouraged him that he can do it. It's not the speaker, it's the speech he has to evaluate. And that's where I realized over the time, I have learned transform myself from becoming an independent contributor or independent speaker to leading ways and projects. Overall, Bright Arts Toastmasters has helped me grow from being an IC to leading ways or projects. But the main essence which I learned was you cannot do it all alone. At one point, the cup will become full. Rather, you lead the way and guide others and distribute your workload among the other members as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Neville, for sharing very inspiring story, and I'm sure we'll implement those learning in our Toastmaster journey. So with that, we'll open the voting line for the speakers. And before we commence for the break, and you can scan for the voting line. And the link is displayed in the screen. I also need that. 5:40, 10 minutes. Okay. Those who has completed voting can go for the break and we'll resume at 5:40. So to get it back on track, let's have another quiz to wake you all up. If the tea has not done the job, this quiz will do. So next is for our Toastmaster Madhur. I cook really, really tasty food. I am seriously planning to do a skydiving in the future. I once had a very serious crush on my teacher and I even approached her. Yeah, one. Yes. Twinshu got it. Twinshu got it. And you also. Both of you. Next is for our Toastmaster Dev Shah. I am a trained classical dancer. I have traveled in general compartment for free. I am a hardcore non-vegetarian. From back, someone from back. Yeah. Yeah, 2 is the correct one. Yes. Please pass on the chocolate. One last. What say one last? Yeah. Twinshu, Toastmaster Twinshu. I am a trained swimmer. I have delivered 1 hour tech talk at my workplace. Wow. I was Dhurandhar. We believe all are true. No. You? Which one? No, not one. Yeah, Aditya, free. So pass on the chocolate. So thank you, Toastmaster. As I'll share it. So as I come to an end of my segment, I really want to thank Abhishek, who has put together this creative AI generated photos. Thank you, Abhishek. And let the spirit of the Christmas season remind us of the reflection, gratitude, and togetherness. Just as this time of the year encourages us to take a pause, celebrate progress, today's meeting allowed us to recognize how far we have come across as a speaker and a leader. Each speech shared today was a gift, one that helped us to learn, grow, and support one another. Toastmaster is a place where confidence is built, voice is strengthened, and encouragement is freely given, much like the warmth and goodwill that defines this season. And as we move ahead of the day, let's carry this festive spirit with us, continue to give our best and support each other generously and strive to grow together as a Toastmaster. And with that, I hand over the meeting to our table topic master, Dev Shah, which is going to be another much more fun segment. Toastmaster Dev Shah, over to you.
Merry Christmas, everyone. How's the Christmas vibe right now? Awesome. Yeah. So I thought, why to do a normal table topic when we are all in the festive mood? So it is going to be absolute fun segment. Okay. So now there are some rules that I have to call out. Okay. So first, whoever I call, who is going to be the table topic speaker, has to come up on stage and stick a moustache on the Santa. Okay. And that has to be blindfolded, and this is your blindfold. Okay. And that you have to do quickly because we have paucity of time. And then, of course, as the table topic is an impromptu speech section, so you have to again select a prop from this, again blindfolded, and then there will be a question on basis of the prop that you select. Is the rules clear? Is everyone excited?
Yes.
Great. Let me pick up the mustache out there. So I would like to see some show of hands. Who would want to go? Thank you. Don't hurt yourself. And this is your mustache. Okay.
Yes, right. Right.
Once you plug in. Okay. No, I did not. Okay, it's a gift. So this is the prop. And since we are doing it with props, props are for memories, props are for stories. And here is the question on the gift. What's the most meaningful gift you have ever received and why?
Good evening, Toastmasters and your friends. I think gifts, giving and receiving is one of the most beautiful things that you can do in your life. And I have been fortunate having received gifts, and some of them were very sentimental for me. Some of them fun. Some of them added a lot of value in my life. And better than that, what I have given, I have really cherished what the feeling that I got from giving. It's actually very recent that I am discovering that gift giving is a whole feeling within itself. It is so amazing. But I think one gift that I really cherish is a bag that I received in Secret Santa. It may seem very random. It may seem that, how can a bag add a lot of value? But this was in one of my workplaces where I worked. And this was a colleague whom I did not really know well. And I think, you have these colleagues whom you just pass in the hallway. You don't really talk to them. But when we were exchanging gifts, I got a bag, and then all the other gifts that people were receiving were seemingly small. Some were given chocolates, some were given small letters and sort of that. And when I received the bag, I was ecstatic. I was younger, and that time receiving a handbag was a big deal for me. So I loved it. And then I went up to him and I was like, "Hi, I'm Sneha." And then he told me his name and we're talking. And then it just came by that he gave me this gift because he felt that just by looking at me on my desk and just by seeing me interacting with people, he felt I was somebody humble, somebody nice, that whom he could recognize as a good colleague. So he wanted to show this a sign of respect, or something like someone that he admired. So I was really touched that a stranger can really change your life with a small gesture like this. So that was a very meaningful gift for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sneha. I totally resonate. I have been gifting myself a lot these days. And the good thing is, it is not because I am a self-independent woman. It is because I have been extorting money from my husband. So you know how it is right now. With that, next speaker, would any of the guests would like to give it a try? Your name would be? First keep like this.
Please guide me, bright arts.
Everyone confirms that it is blindfolded. Yes. And this is your moustache. It fell down, but it was here. Great. Now, for the topic, you can't look.
Okay.
Guess? Chocolates.
Chocolates.
Yes. When do you allow yourself small indulgence and when do you resist?
Small intelligence.
Yes, because chocolates are like, if you have it too much, it is also a problem. If you have too less, also you crave for it. So what are some of the indulgence that you indulge yourself in and at times resist also, apart from chocolates?
Okay. I'm not getting the exact thing of the intelligence.
When do you allow yourself small indulgence?
Give me an example of this one.
Indulgence means watching Netflix, which is not allowed, but you still do. Eating chocolates is not allowed, you still do.
Shall I think something?
Yes, yes.
I'm not getting that intelligence here.
Okay, you want another question?
Yeah.
If you were a chocolate, what it would be? Okay, that's easy.
Okay.
Okay, we are changing the question. If he were a chocolate, what he would be?
Yeah, so good evening, Toastmasters, and Merry Christmas to everyone. And if I was a chocolate, right, I would choose dairy milk because dairy milk is very favorite for everyone, correct? And it has some good history as well, how it came. Everyone knows, right, how Cadbury, we all used to see Cadbury advertisement and stuffs. And one cricket area will be there. They used to have this advertisement there. Can you sing once? Yeah, so that song, right? I used to remember it for a lot of time. And apart from dairy milk, right? I will not. I mean, I've liked Milky Bar as well, but not that much with respect to dairy milk. Yeah, so this is what I'll.
And you get a treat for attempting it.
Thank you.
Sneha, you'll also get it. Okay, now who will be the third one? Akash, would you like to give it a try?
Good bit.
Okay, sure. And we close your eyes. Oh. You can't see. Close your eyes.
Close your eyes. Okay, I'll look
Look,
that way.
yeah.
What?
Okay. There's a string light. And the topic for you is describe a moment when you were a light for someone else.
Repeat the question.
Describe a moment when you were a light for someone else.
Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can see 20 lights here. As we can see the lights, we can only see the lights because there is a light. That brought the light to us. That's the reason why we can see each and every one. As the topic for today is describe the moment when you
were a light.
I were a light. Okay. Before telling about myself, I think I can't just tell about myself. I think other people should tell about me. So I'll describe a moment when the different people have been a light in my life. Few months ago, I was feeling nervous to come on the stage, but Bright Hearts has actually been a light for me, and that was. And you all know the bright way is. You can repeat after me, because the bright way is.
The right way.
So becoming a light is something that we should have a purpose in life, and the moment you change others' life is what I feel that becoming a light in their life, and I hope to give a light to a lot of people in my life. So thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akash. I think this brings to the end of this segment. I hope all of you had fun, and all of us agree that Bright Hearts has been the brightest light that has come into our life. With that, Merry Christmas, everyone. Now I would like to invite the General Evaluator Akshay to take the stage on fire.
All right, good evening, everyone. I am back to do my duty to evaluate the entire meeting, but we're just about there. Let me start by inviting the speech evaluators on stage to evaluate the first speaker, Somil. Can we have on stage Toastmaster Varun?
Good evening again, Bright Hearts.
Good evening.
Thank you, Somil, for such an entertaining and great speech. It is having full of humor. And I also would like to meet Sunny Bhaiya to make sure that I want to learn those things which I should never apply on roads. That's one of the reasons why. And yeah, coming to your highlights of the speech, humor was completely chiming and consistent all throughout the speech. Especially when you enacted Sunny Bhaiya, how he would say, "Arey, don't worry, these guys will behave like this only. Just drive the car." So all throughout your speech, humor was great. And coming to your body language and stage movement, it was pretty good, especially when you're role playing between yourself and Sunny Bhaiya. And also while you are explaining the precautions in the start of the speech, where you are explaining 3 precautions by moving 3 parts of the stage. That was well used of stage. And coming to areas of improvement, your voice could have been little louder today, as I felt it was little inaudible to end of the audience. So that's one area of improvement. Your voice could be better. And even for the modulation, the Sunny Bhaiya's modulation and your voice is pretty similar, I would say. Probably I would imagine Sunny Bhaiya having a pawn inside his mouth or something like that. So that is something you can try more of voice modulation. And again, yeah, if someone is coming to attack you or giving some wonderful feedback, also you can change that voice modulation at their part. And one more area of improvement is the structure of the speech is what I would suggest. Like ending was great, as you told what should not be done is the lesson which you have learned from the Sunny Bhaiya, the driving instructor. But the 3 precautions which you have mentioned in the starting, that was not resonated in the entire speech. Like these were the 3 things which I have learned from Sunny Bhaiya would have been the ending of the speech, is what I thought. So structure could have been better for the speech. And yeah, apart from that, it was great. Love to see more on stage. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Varun. To evaluate our second speaker, Toastmaster Aditya, can we have on stage Toastmaster Usha?
I want to dedicate this song to my target speaker. Dashing through the snow in one horse open sleigh, over hills we go, laughing all the way. Hey, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Fun is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Hey, Aditya, today I like to be the Santa for you. I have got 2 gifts for you. Gift number 1, I just want to say that you have met the objective of your speech. So congratulations on that. The second gift that I would like to give you is the gift of my evaluation report as a gift of growth to you, which you can use. Coming to the highlight of your speech, Aditya, I'm a great fan of your stage presence. The comfort that you have on stage. I have seen people who go very nervous when they come on the stage. So the comfort that you carry on the stage is amazing. At least for me, it appears that you're very comfortable on the stage. Second is your eye contact with the public. You have great eye contacts. I have seen speakers who just, become nervous and start looking at the ground or looking here and there. That is not the case with you. So amazing job done there. Coming to the areas of improvement, you happen to move a lot on the stage. When you're speaking, you just keep moving. At times you stop and then again you start moving. So this kind of, distracts the listener. So it's always better to hold your position at the stage. And then when you come into a point in your speech where you have to mention certain points or specify some character, then you can probably move here and there. So that is one areas of improvement. Second one is you introduce 2 characters. I feel there was room for you to play around with the gestures. Like for example, when you introduce the character called Nishchay, who was your manager, he told you that he gave you 2 feedback. Like he had told you use open questions and have clarity of thoughts. You could have told, you know what, my manager Nishchay, he said, Aditya, I want to give you 2 feedbacks. 1, have open questions always. Second, have clarity of thoughts. So that voice modulation, when you do, it kind of, attracts the audience as well, because you're doing voice modulation and you're introducing a new character. So that kind of uplifts your speech. Overall, I really love the comfort that you have on the stage, as well as the eye contact that you make with the audience, and with a little bit of controlled movement on the stage and getting certain gestures in your speech, including voice modulation. I think you can take your speech to a next level. I hope you like my gifts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Usha. And finally, to evaluate the final speaker for today, which was Toastmaster Neville, I'd like to call upon stage Toastmaster Ilango.
Motivation. Motivation is required for everyone every day. I hope with the motivation only the world is running. Since whatever the future we have, with that motivation only it is running. So first of all, I would like to thank for Neville so giving the wonderful speech. It's my privilege to evaluate your speech today. As I said, you have met your objective as a motivate to others through your speech that perfectly matched. And you have started with that properties, water bottle, glass, with that how you are transmitting, like even correlated with your motivational speech, your journey. You started with that small startup company, the career, as you are the egoistic as an individual. You will not give that work, you will take everything, you will perform individually without any others help. So that is perfectly started. And coming back to the structure of the speech is perfect. Like as you said, you started with your career startup company, then you move to next company where you supposed to work with your colleagues, but you find some difficulties during that time. Then when you started in that Toastmaster Club, Brightas Toastmaster Club, you learn the leadership skill, you identify what is the leadership skill you have. Also, you have took that newsletter, the specific area where you can motivate yours, like can motivate to others and get the things from that, and you learned it, how the things can share and work together collaboratively. That is well perfectly matched, and ending with that the conclusion with that is really perfect one. Then the second one highlight is I would like to say is that the examples, as I said, it's perfectly matched. Whatever the example you given, water bottle and the glass, that pouring the water in one glass and sharing with another two glasses, how it is perfectly, that is perfectly matching. That is also narrated to your story. That is perfectly matching. Then I have one small neck pick, which is nothing but that stage movement. When you can start with you can utilize entire the stage. The first stage you can start with that the first startup company, your career, and second you can start up. You can say that you join the Toastmaster Club, and third you can give that conclusion. That is the one. And second neck pick is like the conclusion, maybe a little bit more exaggeration. That would be helpful to maybe the complete pack of your story. That is one small neck pick. Apart from that, I don't have any other neck pick. I thoroughly enjoyed your speech. And summarize, first two highlight is structure of the speech and the stage movement, and small neck pick is, sorry, structure of the speech and the examples, whatever you took, that is the highlight. The neck pick is stage movement and the conclusion a little bit more extra. That's it. Thank you so much. With that, I'm hand over.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ilango. May I now call on stage my tag team, starting with our timer, Toastmaster Twin Shoe.
Thank you so much. I am back with my Christmas timer report, and Today, all the speakers were on time on their vacations, and nobody has to take a sick leave and get that not so, disqualified from the speech timing. So as we have no disqualifications, I will go one by one how much each speaker has took time. So for SAA, Priyansh took 2 minutes 30 seconds. President Arundhati, for the presiding officer role, took 12 minutes 55 seconds. Jurmin took almost 12 minutes. And speaker 1, Somil, took 6 minutes 50 seconds. Aditya took 6 minutes 28 seconds. Neville took 7 minutes 11 seconds. Evaluator 1, Varun took 2 minutes 43 seconds. Usha took 3 minutes 22 seconds. Ilango took 3 minutes 20 seconds. For the table topics section, it was around 20 minutes and it was finally concluded in 18 minutes. So well done there. Sneha took 2 minutes 20 seconds. Badri took 1 minute 2 seconds. Akash took 1 minute 45 seconds. So overall, we are all on time till now. We are going 10 minutes late, but we are going good. So back to generator.
Thank you so much, Twinshu. Can we now have on stage the R counter, Toastmaster Sangam? Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So today, as a first time our counter for the day, I listened to the crutch words and filler words and repeated words used by the speaker. Overall, everyone did a very good job. So first, the SA Priyansh, President Arundhati, then General Evaluator Akshay, and the table topic speaker Akash. Also, table topic master Devsha were all flawless. Second, now I'll go with first speakers. So Somil used crutch words and filler words like and at multiple times. Aditya used the crutch word like so multiple times. Neville also used the same so and multiple times. After that, evaluator Arun, he used the word like and. Third is second evaluator Usha. You use so and you sometimes. And then there is Ilango. He used the and sometimes. After that, table topic speaker Sneha speak but like. And table topic speaker Badri and so. Thank you. That's for me.
Thank you. All right. Next, let's have our grammarian on stage, Toastmaster Avinash.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm back with the report. So the word of the day was used 3 times. It was used 2 by Akshay and 1 was by our evaluator Varun. Other than that, I think most of the speakers, they use proper use of grammar and sentences. There are a couple of nitpicks. One for Jurmi. I think initially she mentioned Santa was delivered. I think she meant Santa has delivered. For Madhur, I think when he was introducing his elder brother Santa's responsibilities, he said he look after. I think he meant he looks after. So yeah, that's two of the wrong usage I found. There are a couple of good word usage. One was by Sawmill. I think when he was able to outrun the auto rickshaw wala, he said his confidence is skyrocketed. So that was like his confidence really grew, or he became really confident. The second one was by Aditya. When his boss said like, "Great job," he felt like a standing ovation. This is a figurative speech, means overwhelming, positive, or affirming. I think, yeah, that's pretty much from my reporting side. Back to general evaluator.
Okay. All right, thank you so much, Abhinash. And finally, we have the special role taker for the day. Give it up for our riddle master, Toastmaster, Santa Claus.
Ho, 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 ho. Santa Claus is back. Now, I'm here with all the riddles that you have to solve. And before we begin, I want to tell you, be creative and think of the answers as a Santa Claus and let your imagination wear a Santa hat. Now, I want to set a rule. If you want to answer these riddles, raise your hand and I will choose who has to answer. Now, are we all set to begin? What do you call Santa when he takes a short break? Yes, Gopi? No. It starts with Santa. A hint.
I got.
Yes, Akshay?
Santa pause.
Correct. And you deserve a reward.
Terrible at catching.
Now, coming on to the second riddle. I don't know how to drive a car, but I can sleep for 15 hours. Who am I? Arundhati? Correct. Here's your chocolate.
What?
I have acted and directed a short film. And what did I learn in 2019? And who am I? Usha? Correct. But what did he learn in 2019? Correct. Here's your reward. I have reviewed all the speeches of Aditya and I can help him grow as a speaker. Who am I and from which club I belong? Correct. From which club he belongs? Correct. Here's your reward. I fell in the North Pole but never got injured. I dropped from sky and I am much more beautiful than rain. Who am I? Yes, Priyansh? No. Akshay? Akash? No. Usha? No. I am a rain. Arna? Perfect. Here's the reward. But you have not raised the hand. What is the food that will make you cry on Christmas? Huh? No, you make you cry. Correct. Yes. Oh. What do Christmas tree and Santa beard have in common? Yes, money? Triangle. Correct. Here's your reward. I am tall when I am young Please pay attention. I am tall when I am young. I am short when I am old. What am I? Correct. Here's your reward once again. Do I have extra 9? Where is the timer? Okay. Okay. That's all. I hope you all enjoyed. I have extra chocolates with me and riddles to solve. You can reach out to me. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you.
I told after the meeting.
Okay, order everyone, please. Let's have a seat. Thank you once again, Madhur, for that very engaging session. With that, I will begin my General Evaluator report for this evening. Let's start with our Sergeant at Arms, Priyansh. Priyansh, today, as a highlight, I thought you did everything great. I have no major feedback points except one, which is try to be more cognizant when you are introducing the president of the day, especially her accomplishments. Today, you introduced one of her accomplishments as she is the winner of International Speech Contest, Table Topics, and first runner-up in District 92. Do you know what that means? Neither do I, right? It's very important to be specific when you introduce people's credentials, not just for our president, but for any external guest. Be sure you know it very well and thoroughly. She is the District 92 champion of International Speech Contest in 2022. She's also the champion in 2022, District 92 of Table Topics. And she's the first runner-up for speech evaluation in 2022 for the District 92 District Contest. So learn to be more specific with those introductions. Other than that, no major feedback. Thank you so much. Coming next to the presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Arundhati. Arundhati, you spoke about colors and how colors make life beautiful. You tied that into the colorful members of Bright Hearts Toastmasters. A very nice introduction for Arna. And you introduce all of the guests who are Pranali, Mohammad Ismail, and Shamil. Great stuff. One minor feedback for you is definitely in the first half when you came on stage, there was a bit of a serious look on your face. It's very important, both Sergeant at Arms and Presiding Officer, that when both of you come on stage for the first time, your smiles should be nice and bright because you two set the tone for the rest of the meeting. Speaking of bright smiles, we come to our induction officer, Arna. I thought your smile was beautiful all throughout from start to finish. No major feedback for you. Coming next to Toastmaster of the day, Jurmin. Jurmin, I had a wonderful time. I had a wonderful time today with your quiz. Everyone was engaged. Everyone was involved. 2 truths and a lie. My favorite parts of the quiz involved all the Photoshop members, Twinshu and his body in particular. Great job. 2025 has been very kind for you. Excellent. I think it was very engaging. As a suggestion for you, Jurmin, one thing I would like you to keep in mind going forward is that as any role taker in Toastmasters, you may always face unexpected challenges. Try not to let those unexpected challenges get the best of you. Rather, see whether you can concoct plan Bs and plan Cs before the meeting. As you had a TMOD performance, which is very tied to slides, I think it would have been great if you prepared for a plan B. Because let's face it, Hustle Hub isn't the most reliable in terms of venues and electronics. So always have a plan B prepared. That way you'll be less flustered when such things happen. Otherwise, great job. Let's go now to the tag team, starting with the timer, Twinshu. Twinshu, I thought your report was well-paced and quick. Sometimes I feel timers tend to drone on and be very slow about it. Yours was quick and efficient. Loved it. My only minor feedback is you did have a slip in terms of some of the times you were describing. You said prepared speeches were 5, 5.5 minutes, and 6. Evaluations was a little unclear as well. So these kind of fundamental things about timers, just make sure you get them right the first time. Other than that, very good job. Coming next to the R counter, Sangam is right there. Hey, I was waiting for you. We've been waiting for 10 minutes, Sangam. Sangam, I thought you did a great job as R counter today. Your report was wonderful. I liked how you incorporated the usage of elves as part of your introduction. I've got 2 minor feedbacks for you. And since you're becoming an experienced speaker, here's the first one. When you use similes and metaphors, for example, elves, see if you can maintain that theme. For example, you started by referring to crutches as little helpers. That made me think, okay, they are a positive thing. But then you refer to them as naughty elves. So that made me think, is it a negative thing? Then you refer to yourself as the Christmas elf. Then I'm like, are you naughty or nice? I don't know anything. So it's very important to thematically have your metaphors and similes follow a certain logical pattern. Secondly, you mentioned there were certain people who were flawless. I know for a fact I had at least 2 crutches. I know for a fact Arundhati had as well. So this is a challenge for all our counters going forward. Please try to be more attentive when it comes to your presiding officer and to me. Please do not tell us we are flawless all the time, because the fact of the matter is we aren't. Just like all of you, we are here to learn, right? And sometimes I feel like we get very generous reports. So be more attentive. In fact, be more ruthless with me and Arundhati starting next meeting onwards. All right? Otherwise, great job. Coming next to the grammarian, Abhinash. Abhinash, this was your first time as a grammarian. I thought the word of the day you chose was very nice, very appropriate to the meeting. I loved it. I have no feedback for you. Let's hear it for our first time role taker, Abhinash. Next, we have our Banta Claus, our special role taker, Madhur. Once again, a very engaging session. I thought the way you handled all the questions and the way you structured it was just fine. My one minor feedback is maybe you could have had an assistant giving the chocolates, because that felt like it did delay small portions. And that saved time, could have gone into 1 or 2 extra questions, right? So especially as a special role taker, if it involves quizzing, find ways to make your time usage more efficient, right? So an assistant to help you with giving the chocolates is always a great idea. Coming next to the prepared speakers and evaluators. Let's start with evaluator number 1, Varun. Varun. You started by coming on the stage and telling some other different speeches objectives. I was very upset with you. So it's always good to be sure of the project you are evaluating. That being said, when you came on stage with your evaluation, and this was your first evaluation ever, we discussed be clear with your specifics. You told him, Somil, how he was humorous with examples. You told him how his body gestures stood out with examples. And most importantly, the most important area of improvement, which I felt you nailed, was the volume. You mentioned that as well. As a first-time evaluation, that was fantastic. I have no feedback for you. Let's hear it for one-on-one at time now. Truly. Because remember, at the end of the day, evaluations is all about content. And I thought you did such a great job. You're going to be up and above, doing even more better ones. Coming next to our first speaker, Toastmaster Somil. Somil, I loved the humor in your speech, so I'm not going to drone on that bit. The only feedback I have for you is that the second half of your speech felt a bit more improvised and ad-libbed, especially your interactions with the auto rickshaw driver and Salim Bhai and the entire slap incident felt more conversational than a polished speech, right? So it's very important to sometimes learn how to bring that preparedness and polish to segments such as that as well, because at that point, it felt a bit like a table topic. The humor was landed, but definitely room to see how your vocal clarity and polish on stage can come off more solid when you're delivering prepared speeches. Other than that, an absolute laugh riot. Really, really loved it. Coming next to evaluator number 2, Usha. Usha, first of all, wonderful song at the start. Had nothing to do with evaluations, but wonderful song nonetheless. Usha, what I liked about your evaluation today was specifically when you talked about voice modulations. I liked how you demonstrated it with a solid suggestion. That was very well done. With Nishchay's 2 points, the way you turned to the right and audibly and loudly presented them, I really, really loved it. Keep making your suggestions that meaty. As an area of improvement, at the start of the speech, you mentioned to Aditya that you met the project objectives. But how? Given his speech, his introduction to Toastmasters mentoring, it's very important to spend some time on the objectives. And as an evaluator, it would be nice if you tell us how he met those objectives. Why, according to you, did you feel that he told his story about mentorship clearly, right? So spend more time on the objectives, and I think that will really give more value to the speaker as well, especially when it comes to these projects with very nuanced project objectives. So keep that in mind. Coming next to Aditya. Aditya, great job. Your vocal clarity, your presence on stage is nearly unmatched. I don't feel like that is in terms of delivery. And it's so ironic. You mentioned in your speech that you approached your Toastmasters mentor because the delivery was flat. I think you have one of the best deliveries in Bright Hearts as a whole. So let's really give it up for Aditya. Very confident, very polished, most importantly, very prepared. And that's what I love about your presence as a whole. In this speech in particular, I thought you met the objectives as well, primarily through your interactions with your Toastmaster mentor. When it came to your interactions with Nishchay, while I did understand the feedback he gave you, what left me confused was, what did you do wrong? What was that work situation which prompted Nishchay to come to you and say, ask open questions? I would have loved to hear the specifics of that incident, because that would have made the entire situation more believable, because without that, it just felt like Nishchay was being one of those overly critical managers, right? So good to always delve into the details of that. Coming next to Evaluator 3, Ilango, I thought that your evaluation was good. My only feedback for you is when you come on stage, make sure you call out the objectives of the project. This was a level 4 project called Motivate Others, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is the first time we are seeing this here. So a lot of people may not understand what they are supposed to look for until and unless you read out the project objectives. So make sure to read out the project objectives, the time limit, and then pass on the control to the TMOD. Okay, that is my only minor feedback for you. Toastmaster Neville, I'm not going to delve into content, but man, let's talk about those cups. First of all, you bought 1 liter bottle of water. 1 liter bottle of water. You poured 1 glass, finish, khatam, over. I want to take this bottle home. Me and Sanjana should drink water. Nobody else can have water. And what I actually would have liked to see, given your first cup was all about it overflowing. It didn't overflow, right? And the second cup being the 2 cups that accept duties equally, I didn't see you pour it into both of them equally. Neville, you're a level 4 speaker now. So I'm not going to harp on content, but now I really want you to be more thoughtful with the use of props. Specifically, even the chairs, which were a little low, right? So you had to bend over a bit. For Crescendo, he used the big table as well. I spent an entire morning finding the right table, and these things matter. It's okay if you have to put extra time, but finding the right table, the right cups, very important. Some of your cups were different colors also. I don't know. I thought, oh, wow, Neville thought about it deeply. There's one plot twist coming. Spoiler alert, there was no plot twist. He just had to run out of the house, took those cups. So this prop usage, more impactful prop usage is all I'm recommending for you. May I ask the timer how much time we have left? What is the exact time right now? 6:32. Okay, give me 2 more minutes and then I will pass on the control to the president. Dave Shah, again, enjoyed your overall presentation of the table topics segment and the use of props. My only minor feedback for you is when you have different elements, such as, first of all, sticking a mustache and then taking a prop, see how they can seamlessly tie together in a logical sense, because this part didn't really tie to the overall topic selection, right? So maybe you could have streamlined that. Maybe that streamlining would have helped you accept 1 more table topic speaker, right? So always love to see the creativity, but see how you can make all the creativity tie together logically, all right? Coming next to Sneha, TT1. Sneha, most meaningful gift you've ever received. Lovely speech, bang on the topic. You spoke about the handbag, the worker gave it to you. No comments there. You do have a tendency to have this gesture, Sneha. So this is something you can really work on, see if you can kind of have a resting position. And if I might clarify on behalf of all the guys, the reason that guy gave you that handbag is not because he thought you were sophisticated or he wanted to respect you. He was hitting on you. Now, let's go to the second table topic speaker, Badri. Where is Badri? Badri, wonderful job. Your topic was, if you were a chocolate, what would you be? You ended up talking about which was your favorite chocolate, which is Dairy Milk. And then you said, okay, no. Then you spoke briefly about Milky Bar, and then you said, okay, it's Dairy Milk. Man, great performance. Sometimes we come on Sundays just to have fun. You're a guest. You're still learning the ropes. Why should I give you any feedback? Let's hear it for Badri, our guest. Wonderful job. Lovely. And finally, Akash. Akash, describe a moment when you were a light for someone. I will never forget this quote. Where is Akash? Akash, and I'm quoting from your speech. We can only see a light when there is a light. Akash 2025. But man, oh man, did it take a turn, because the second half, he brought in such a poignant, deep message. And when you specifically said the line, the moment you change others, you become a light to them. Despite it not having an over-the-top delivery, your content alone really made me think. And that's a very, very powerful skill to have. So great job, Akash. Finally, in terms of pre-preparations of the meeting, everything was done well. Poster was rolled out on time. Agenda was rolled out on time. Wonderfully Christmassy looking meeting, which not just the SA contributed to, but everyone else. So let's hear it for everyone who contributed to this. And just a general feedback for everyone when you walk on stage. I know it's very easy to come this way. There is a staircase here. As Indians, we are trained to find the shortest way, right? But it's always good to come from this way rather than jump from here. And as an executive committee, one minor feedback, you're always going to have challenges that happen in the venue. My suggestion is always think of great plan Bs, which ensure that the meeting don't get delayed. For example, today there was a TV issue. Maybe as a team, not just Arundhati, but I would love to see everyone, including our VP Ed, including our associates, go to Arundhati and say, listen, maybe we can try this so that the meeting can start on time. Be proactive, because it's in these moments of crisis where we really need you as leaders. With that, I end my time. Please open up your phones to vote. It is going to be bit.ly/BHTM vote 2. bit.ly/BHTM vote 2. Please vote for the best role taker, the best table topic speaker, the best speech evaluator, and the best auxiliary role taker. In addition to that, please provide your feedback for today's meeting, meaningful feedback, which will allow the executive committee to know what they can work on in the next meeting. Especially for guests who are using this for the first or second or third time, please ensure you provide feedback for the meeting so that we as a club know what to do better. Anyone facing issues with the URL? All fine? Okay. Priyansh, can you let us know once we receive 20 votes? As soon as we hit 20, I will bring our presiding officer on stage.
I asked him. Yeah. It's within the overall photo.
Have we hit 20, Priyansh? Okay. How many votes are we at? 17. We need 3 more votes. Requesting folks to please drop in their votes. Yes, sir. All right. I'd like to now welcome on stage our presiding officer, distinguished Toastmaster, Arundhati Basu.
Mike. Thank you, everyone. That does feel very Christmassy right ahead of Christmas. So we start off by gathering some feedback from our guests today, and then we'll move on to announcements and results. So can I ask Badri to come on stage and share his feedback about the meeting?
Yeah, good evening once again. How's the Josh? Yeah, so today I liked all the speeches as well, and especially from the evaluators, right? How they have evaluated each and every speaker. I've got a lot of points to note down, and moving forward, looking forward to join here as well to learn more.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much, Badri, for your kind feedback. We're glad you liked the meeting, and we absolutely look forward to having you in Bright Hearts in due course. Ismail, could we have you to share your feedback?
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
So this is my, in my entire life, this is my first Toastmasters, meetup I joined today. The experience, I'm still struggling to understand the structure, right? The various section you guys, going through. I was keep thinking how much preparation behind this each and every section. So on the stage delivery, maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes per section, but the preparation work may take the entire week. So kudos to the team who behind the scene and running this, show on delivery with that proper time frame. So that I really love how things are managed here. The other thing, how evaluators, giving you right feedback. So when it comes to feedback, we need to take seriously. So every feedback will help us to grow. That area I really, I liked here because that when you get a feedback, when you work on that feedback next time, you really, show up and change something that will help us to grow. So with that note, I really, enjoyed today. I couldn't, watch the time. It's, the time flies here. So that, really enjoyed it. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you very much, Ismail, for that kind feedback. We are very glad that you liked the meeting. Don't worry about the structure. We were all there someday where we walked into a Toastmaster meeting and we had no clue what an R counter is. So it's absolutely okay. It will come with time, but we're glad you enjoyed, and feedback is our USP. So we are glad that you liked it. Pranali, shall we have you to share your feedback?
Good evening, all. What I thought, like when I'm seeing the every person, like they prepared and they are telling their own story. So that will be related to like 1 hour situation also. So it will be like, oh, this situation or that particular thing happened with us also. So we are just like, that will be good if I present like the different way or something like this also, I can behave in that situation. So overall I like the presentation what the people did, and mostly like this all organized whatever you did, no, that is good and nice to meet to all, and I enjoyed the everything here. So that's the thing.
Thank you very much, Pranali. Loved how you observed and found the stories relatable, because that's what we are here for, to share our stories where everybody else can take something from it. Looking forward to having all our guests Every Sunday, we meet at 4 p.m. So feel free to drop by at Bright Hearts. A request to all our guests. We have our Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Anna, and Associate Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Sayuj. So please drop in your contact with them before you leave so that we can share all updates related to our meetings going forward. Perfect. So it is Christmas and Usha is loving her Santa Claus hat. She's she's flicked it and said no more blindfold. But I did not forget the tradition just because I didn't come 2 weeks. So we've got to do the thank you. So this week I have 3 people to quickly thank. The first one, and the cards are with Toastmaster Wasim so that he can pass around. The first one to thank is Toastmaster Aditya. Toastmaster Aditya, I have always loved how much effort he puts in whenever he takes up any role, any speech. We know that he's got some of the finest skills, but Aditya, I've loved how you take feedback, how you implement it. Extremely inspiring. Thank you very much. Okay. The next one for this evening is our Christmas tree, Toastmaster Jurmin. I remember having a conversation with Jurmin to just generally connect, and she told me how much she loves the stage, and at least once in her life she wants to host, but she wasn't certain and confident that she can do it. But we had that conversation, and I told her start with Topic Master, and we'll see from there. And for all of us here, we know that she's not only done Topic Master and Toastmaster of the Day today, but she's also been the host during our joint meetings as well. So Jurmin, you've inspired me by showcasing that courage to go ahead and challenge yourself, and you're doing fabulous. Well done. Thank you. And lastly, for today, the person I'd like to thank is ever smiling Toastmaster Neville. So for all of you, I know you know that Toastmaster Neville is the Vice President Education, so does a lot, but he also has a lot going on. But in spite of that, what I absolutely liked about Neville throughout this term, what's really inspired me is, Neville, if you tell him that there is a challenge, can you help solve? At that moment, he will solve it. He will give you a heads up if in future, someday there has to be a better process in place. But at that moment, Neville is the person who will definitely pitch in and solve. So Neville, thank you for being my go-to person all through the term. And thank you very much for everything. Okay, before I go on to the results, could we quickly have the announcement slide? We have 2 announcements. I can't see. So Priya, you got to tell me when it's up. Yes. Okay. So the first announcement, everybody, firstly, we will have a meeting next week. So that's not on the slide, but we will have a meeting next week. We will share the details of the meeting. What are we planning for? It's going to be surely something fun because it's our last meeting for the year. So we'll keep you posted. Okay. Akshay has already confirmed it's going to be the best meeting. Yes. And I can confirm that he will sing. Right. Okay. So we do have a meeting next week just for everybody's benefit. So if your plan was to stay at home, please do drop by on Sunday at 4 p.m. That is 28. On the 4th of Jan marks a very important occasion for Bright Hearts Toastmasters. We have our officer installation ceremony. So we did witness the election a couple of weeks back. Now we're going to have the installation ceremony where all these officers will take charge and take this club forward. It is absolutely mandatory for all Bright Hearts to make it. So whether you're in person today, you're going to watch the recording on YouTube, or you're online today, please note it is absolutely mandatory for all of us to join on 4th of January, right? And the last announcement is, we know that Pathways has had some upgrades. There have been some changes in requirements to complete levels. And that is why we are going to conduct a session for all our members where we'll explain what are the changes and what additional needs to be done in order for you to now complete levels. This will be conducted by Toastmaster Sayuj on the 10th of Jan. Again, Really important and mandatory for all members to join. This will be on 10th Jan and we'll share the details on the group. But make yourself available and make the most of it. With that, let's move on to the winners for this evening. The first one, best auxiliary role player for this evening is Mr. Banda Claus. Mother loved the creativity. I really liked how he had a great blend of real riddles and riddles from the meeting, which kind of confused. So when this next riddle came out, and everybody went a little bit like, oh, is that a true riddle? But that's the thing that you brought out. Love the energy, and you won because I got 2 chocolates. I'm just kidding. Mother, what a segment. Very, very well done. Thank you. Right. So the best table topic speaker for today's evening is Toastmaster Sneha Maselkar. Sneha, whether he was successful on hitting on you or not, that story surely gave you the best table topic speaker. But as much as such topics like best gift sounds easy, it's very difficult to think of something instantly. And I loved how you picked up something and absolutely went for it. Lovely to see you with this, Sneha. Very well done. Okay, the best evaluator for today's evening is Toastmaster Usha Kumari. Usha, why did you leave that cap and come? So Usha was like, this is my moment. I'm going to look the best now. Just kidding. Usha, what an amazing evaluation. Never easy to evaluate speakers who are as strong as Aditya, but I think you nailed it. Very nice, especially in terms of the way you demonstrated it. And I also liked how you sang a song. Of course, not easy. I'd never do that. Can't sing for heaven's sake, but well done, Toastmaster Usha. The best role player for today's evening is Toastmaster Akshay Oman. It's amazing how Akshay smiles all through the general evaluation and his face drops the minute you say he's the best role player. Akshay, you got to learn to take compliments next year. No, I'm just kidding. But what a fantastic G. I think we were looking forward to a solid general evaluation. And today, I think Akshay touched every role player, gave very nice feedback. I love the balance where it didn't go into everything, but yet had the correct feedback. And of course, had a lot of humor, which is tough in a general evaluation report. Lots to learn from you, Akshay. Congratulations. And then, as the best speaker for today, we have Toastmaster Neville Shah. Neville, let me ask you an honest question first. Did you get the idea of the cup speech from that cup song that is a hit where people beat the cup and sing? Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true. No, I'm just kidding. Whenever people get glasses, I am very skeptical on what's going to unfold because glasses are supposed to be after the meeting. But Neville brought them and poured water and made sure that he wins once because he wants to fill the rest with something else, which he does. But Neville, well done. What a speech. Not easy to pull off something to motivate people. It's a tough job, but I think you did it really well. You had a story that moved everyone. So congratulations. All right, let's have a picture. Picture. They are allergic to glasses. It's Twinshu confirmed. Thank you. Congratulations once again to all our winners. It's been a very Christmassy meeting, and a lot of that has been possible because of all the Christmas theme and the effort. So let's give a real shout out for organizing such a nice meeting. On that note, I hereby close meeting number 61. Don't move. Anna's like, I want chocolates. You'll get it. But I know some of, oh, you got it. You flicked it is the right thing. Yeah. Okay. But chocolate debates, I loved how there were questions that Jurmin was asking, and then there were riddles that Madhur was throwing, and everybody else was trying to answer, and Anna was just checking who gets the chocolate. Like, who cares about the answer? But Anna, so much fun to have you. So I know a lot of you are thinking, what about those gifts? What are we going to do? So the gifts are for all of us here. So I'll call Toastmaster Jurmin, and she'll tell us how everyone gets one gift each. Jurmin. Okay. After the gift, we have a first gift.
Thank you, Arundhati. So to play the Secret Santa, we have gift for everyone, one gift for one person. First, I would like to call the guest to have a gift, please. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Please. I was about to give you a gift back, return gift. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So guys, you can come and take one gift each, please. Yeah. Yes. First we'll have the photo.